Good day, everyone. Today we will going to tackle about descriptive research. But before we proceed to our discussion, let's first have a quick and small glimpse about our today's discussion. So, descriptive research is a research method that focuses on describing the characteristics of a population or phenomenon. So, unlike experimental research, it emphasizes the what rather than why. And according to Question Pro 2024, descriptive research is defined as a method that describes the characteristics of a population or phenomenon under the study or under study. But again, before we dig deeper to our discussion, let's first read our learning objectives. So for our learning objectives in this day, we will explore this you as the student or the watchers will be able to explain the concept and purpose of descriptive research, and then identify the key methods used in descriptive research. Lastly, you will going to apply descriptive research through real life examples. And now, let's proceed to the key concept of our discussion. So we will going to focus on the descriptive research. Descriptive research again, it focus on describing what is. Why? Because descriptive research is mainly about describing what already exists. It doesn't change or control the variables. Instead, it observes and records information it usually quantitative, meaning the data is measured in numbers, but it can also include descriptions of traits and characteristics. This type of research often uses cross sectional studies where information is gathered from a group of one point in time. And according to Bandari 2022, descriptive research systematically describes situations without influencing them. Now, let's proceed for the applications of descriptive research. So, what applications do we have for descriptive research? So first, we have define respondents characteristics, validate existing conditions. Number three, measure data trends. Number four, conduct comparison. Lastly, research at different times. As we all know, descriptive research is very useful because it helps us understand trends and patterns. For example, schools can use it to define student characteristic like age, gender, or study habits. It also helps validate conditions like checking if most students prefer online or face to face learning. And researchers can also measure data trends such as changes in reading habits over time. Businesses and schools use it to make comparison or track differences at different times. For instance, a survey about student study habits can reveal common patterns that teachers can use to improve their teaching strategies. I hope you understand that applications of descriptive research. Now, let's proceed to the met let's proceed to the methods of descriptive research. So, what are these methods? So, again, we have two, which is there are two main methods of descriptive research. First, as you can see, we have observational method, where researchers carefully watch and record behaviors. This can be quantitative, like counting number of students attending a class, or qualitative, like noting whether students look engaged or distracted. The second the second one we have is the case study method, which takes a deeper look at an individual or a group. A case study a case study can lead to new insights and even form the basis of hypotheses. For example, studying high achieving students' study techniques may help educators understand effective learning strategies. So, to sum up our understanding, descriptive research describes what exists, and it collects both quantitative and qualitative data. It also provides baseline information for future studies. What is this? So, descriptive research focuses on what exists, not why it exists. It collects both numbers and descriptions, making it flexible and useful for many fields. Most importantly, descriptive research serves as foundation for future studies because it provides baseline data that can later be tested or expanded with other research methods. So that is descriptive research. I hope everyone you had an enjoyable and you really understand my discussion about descriptive research. Thank you for listening.